What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Gibbon here today with another Destiny 2 video for you. Well, since I've managed to give myself an aneurysm by going for the Solstice of Heroes armor, and I've got that out of the way on the Hunter, I've now decided that the sensible thing to do is to now go for Revoker, Recluse and Luna's Howl all in one Fairdy Booby swap. Will probably be a correct analogy of what is actually going on. So in the background, you're watching me playing some competitive games, first couple of games on tonight. Overall, I played 6 games, won 4, lost 2, and it was a bit of a struggle, to be honest with you. The first 4 games were enjoyable, not because I won all 4 games, don't get me wrong, that's great. It's really good fun. It was they were close games, so I prefer that, where they're kind of close games. I say close games, that's not quite right, because the first 2 games that I played, we kind of stomped the enemy team. But overall, it was fun, it was enjoyable, there was good cohesion with the team. I'm doing it solo, so you kind of have to get yourself set up for maybe not being able to do as good as what you would like to do in the first place. But overall, it was relatively good fun and enjoyable. However, there are a couple of things that are intrinsically annoying with competitive. Now, the first thing that I'm going to say is coming up against the same team every single time. Now, the 2 games that I lost, we played them first, we won, really tight game, and then we played them again a second game, lost, played them again a third game, and lost. And it just seems really weird that the matchmaking algorithm that's going on, particularly from the competitive point of view, I don't know, it just doesn't feel quite right. It's weird. I don't think, regardless of, because there must be enough people playing, there must be. I don't care if you have to hang in orbit for a little while before you get into a game. There must be enough people playing this game that when you come out of matchmaking, because it doesn't automatically rematch make you again, which when you're doing quick play it does do, and yet I can understand being put into the same game if you played a close match last time. Keep these teams together so they can keep duking out, they're fairly evenly matched. However, when you have to go back to orbit, then have to reselect to play comp again, get sniped, by the way, and then go back into that game, and then within that game you're playing against the same group of people for 3 matches in a row. It doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't seem or feel quite right, as I get a juicy little 4-piece with my golden gun, which was very nice. Love it. But yeah, it seems really weird that when you go, and I didn't teabag then, I don't know what happened, so I'm going to say I didn't teabag because I don't like doing that unless you've won the game. So yeah, it just seems weird that when it matchmakes you, it puts you into with the same team. And in terms of skill level, I mean, I know I'm playing solo, so you kind of have to get the heartbreak that you're kind of going to be filling in a couple of games, that it's not always going to be the same, that you're going to kind of get put in potentially with people that are higher level than you. And generally speaking, you don't, or I found that I wasn't going in with blueberries very much, i.e. a complete team of randoms. I'd go in where I'd be in with maybe a team of randoms, but the team we were going up against was like a 3-stack, or the team we were going up against was a 2-stack, or a 4-stack, or whatever. That tends to be what happens, particularly when you do it solo. And like I said, for me, there should be enough people playing comp, even if you have to wait in orbit for a little while, for the matchmaking algorithm to be able to go, right, there's some solo players here, let's put these solo players together. Or at the very minimum, we'll put them with a group of people that have maybe got 2 on their team and 2 solo players, something like that. It just, I don't know, it's hard to work out just kind of how the matchmaking algorithm works. And I don't know, and I know it's been mentioned a couple of times, whether or not they should have a team competitive list and whether or not they should have a solo competitive list. So if they had a team competitive list, so for groups of people that are in 2s or groups of people that are in 4s, maybe, I don't know. Potentially, it's going to be difficult doing that though, because if you've got a group of 3, what happens to if you need the 1 kind of thing? So I guess I kind of understand that, but it just, I don't know. It just makes the experience, because you could be going on a bit of a tear, and don't get me wrong, I completely understand. You win some, you lose some. You've just kind of got to take your lumps and deal with it, basically. There's not a lot that I can, and I shot that guy to the left of his head. How that was a headshot, I'll never know. Hitbox UK, Thank you very much, Destiny. But yeah, it feels strange. It feels mildly annoying. Like I said, you could be getting into a groove. You could be going in with blueberries who are mildly competent at the game, who are mildly competent at when to rush, when to push particular game types. And thank God they're getting rid of Countdown, by the way. Oh, that's going to be joyous when that happens. Who knows what they're going to bring in for that. But it just, I don't know, it ruins the experience. I understand that competitive is stressful enough as it is, and it is a sweat fest, and it is people using Pinnacle weapons, and it is, going up against groups of people, and sometimes you might get, completely waffle stomped, which is absolutely fine. I can take my lumps. You can play against a team, and you just have to hold your hand up and say, they were better than us. There's not a lot you can do about it. But I've just, the matchmaking thing is the real bugbear for me, which is why I would love to sit and play comp for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. But when you get to about your 6th or 7th game, and you've gone on a bit of a losing streak, you just need to turn it off and stop, because if you don't, you get stressed, you're not playing to your best of your potential, and you find that you're losing more points than gaining. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. Jesus. And we'll see you on the next one, ladies and gents. Thank you very much. We out of here. Peace.